Welcome back everyone. Today I just want to talk about the 5 reasons to buy the Poco F3 and 5 reasons to avoid this phone. So before I go ahead, please make sure that you have hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button if you find this video good enough at some point. Alright, so the very first reason to get your hands on this phone is obviously its flagship Snapdragon 870 chipset. It's a 5G capable chipset and this is an absolute beast. No other phone is going to offer you such a good chipset in this price bracket. On the Poco F3 you can play the games in 60 frames per second. You get the maximum graphics options for the games like PUBG Mobile and the Call of Duty Mobile. The next reason for me to pick this phone up is its premium design and build. It's a glass phone, although this phone uses the old Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back, but it's still better than all those phones that are using the plastic. On the top of that, this phone is extremely thin and it's extremely lightweight as well. This is something that you do not get from Xiaomi, Poco and Redmi, but this year things have gone really good on Xiaomi, Poco and Redmi's end. So the next reason for me to pick this phone up is its AMOLED display. This phone is using Samsung's E4 AMOLED display. This is a super bright display with great colors. This display has got a brightness of 1300 nits. And yeah, it has the always on display option and you do have the option to use the always on display all the time. I mean on the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Mi 11 Lite, the always on display works up to 10 seconds only, but on the Poco F3 you can enable the always on display to stay on all the time. Now on the top of this, this phone has sleek bezels and its punch hole is extremely small as well. The display looks really good on this phone and the sleek bezel and its small punch hole is my fourth reason to get my hands on this phone. The next feature is also kind of unique. This is the only Poco phone that I have used with this feature and I am talking about the back tap feature. You can configure the phone's back to perform a certain action. You can either triple tap the back or you can double tap the back. For example, I set the double tap to turn on the torch and I set the triple tap to turn on the camera on this phone. Obviously you can perform many other tasks and actions on this phone and I believe this is a very lovely feature on this phone. Let's talk about the 5 reasons to not to buy this phone. First of all, this phone lacks a headphone jack. Now this phone has a flagship chipset and it is going to attract the gamers, but unfortunately the lack of headphone jack is not an attractive point for the gamers. So I am not sure how the gamers are going to look at this phone. Now the next feature that makes this phone a no-go for me is the lack of a micro SD card slot. Yes, you heard that right. There is no micro SD card slot in this phone. You are either going to be stuck with 128 gigs of internal storage or 256 gigs of internal storage. Although 256 gigs is a lot of storage, but I am sure there are users who need more than that amount of storage, so this is not a good choice for all such users. The next reason for me to not to pick this phone up is first of all its bloatware, its poor software updates. For example, this phone has screen dimming issues and to date I haven't got the update. The screen dimming issue software update is rolled out in a lot of regions. The update is already out in the UK, but majority of the regions are still unable to get the update, which means Xiaomi's software rollout is really poor. So this is something that has disappointed me in this phone. And when we talk about the MIUI, how can we forget the ads? There are some regions where you will get a lot of ads on the MIUI and that is going to ruin your experience. The next reason to not to buy this phone is the lack of IP67 certification. I mean, now Samsung has given us IP67 certification on its mid-range phones like the A52 and the A72, but Poco has not given us this certification. This phone has the IP53 certification instead, which makes it splash proof, but I wish Poco had given us the IP67 certification to add to our experience. And now the last reason for me to not to pick this phone up is its old camera sensor. Poco has used the Sony IMX582 sensor on this phone. It's a couple of years old camera sensor. The camera sensor produces good images, but it's just an average camera. when we are talking about the Poco F3 and we are focusing on its flagship chipset, we certainly want to see a flagship camera experience on this phone as well. But unfortunately, that's not the case here. The camera of the Poco F3 is quite ordinary. It takes very good videos too, but what I mean to say is it's not flagship. It's just a mediocre camera fixed with that flagship chipset in this phone. So Poco has not fully used the potential and the capabilities of the Snapdragon 870 chipset here. I wish they had used a better camera sensor and unleashed the full potential of the Snapdragon 870 chipset. Anyways, that's all from my side. This was my personal opinion about this phone. You are free to disagree with me, and if you have any reasons to add to the buy or not to buy list, make sure that you drop them in the comment section below. Make sure that you have hit the like button and subscribe as well. With that being said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.